Good morning, Mustangs. Today is Thursday, April 11th, and it's an S2 day. The SAT word of the day is facile, which means shallow and simplistic or effortless. The lunch today is the fried egg burger. On the show, we have another teacher highlight. So sit back and relax because NHS Update starts right now.
Good morning, Mustangs, and welcome to the show. I'm Allie Kelleher.
And I'm Tim Rose. Let's get started with some announcements. Library Lunch Book Club is meeting today in the library during all three lunches to discuss What Color is Your Parachute? For Teens by Carol Kristen. Anyone attending is asked to bring their lunch.
Today, Friendship Club will be hosting their annual Easter egg coloring event after school in the dining hall. New members are welcome.
All zoology applications are due to Mrs. Flynn by tomorrow. Now we send it over to Miss Lowe and Mrs. Shyla.
Hello, my name is Miss Lowe, and I'm a visual arts teacher here at Norwood High School. I've been teaching for 5 years, not just in Norwood, but altogether. I got my bachelor's degree at Hartwick College in Oneonta, New York, at a very small school, which I purposely picked out for myself. I knew that what I needed was a small classroom with a small community to support me the best way possible in obtaining my degree. It was a very nice, small arts program, but I really just didn't think about what I was going to do with that when I left there. I just knew that art was my passion and it was something I wanted to follow. Luckily, towards the end of my 4 years at Hartwick, I started to realize something that combined two things that I really loved is art and giving back to my community. I come from a community in Cambridge called Area 4. And it's mostly made up of income housing, both federal and state housing developments. And we all had the opportunity to go to a program, most of us in that community, called the Community Arts Center, and which was originally created with a group of parents and members of Harvard University to bring arts to the community. And I wanted to be able to just do that for my community, give that back. I went there as a child, my sister went there as a child, my mother went there as a child, and it opened up so many doors for us. So I had it immediately there and was lucky enough to land a job as a visual arts teacher in their after-school program. But I didn't think that through either because it's a nonprofit organization and I had big loans. So, I start thinking about what do I do next, right? So, and starting to realize that I had an idea of where I wanted to go when I first started on this adventure of picking a school, but that I didn't think about what that looked like in the long term. And push come to shove, I ended up working for 2 different businesses where I was their office manager for over 10 years. And every day, slowly, that sucked the soul out of me. For those of you who like admin work, totally nothing against you, but for me, it just was not where I belonged. And immediately knew that I needed to get back to my roots, I needed to get back to art, and I knew that I loved teaching. And I just thought, where could I make the most impact? And as a child, my teachers, my educators did not look like me, and I thought, what could I do to continue to help my community on a larger scale, and that was to be, I felt, an educator in a public school so that more kids understood that they had representation that looked like themselves, and I'd get to do the thing I loved the most, which was to teach. So I very much put all my insecurities to the side and applied to grad school, and I was accepted to Lesley University, where I went through their grad program in 3 years and earned my master's degree as a visual arts teacher, and was lucky enough to have my professor, Vivian, put me in touch with Miss Mullaney here at Norwood High School to do my student teaching. And immediately it was we were goofy art teacher soulmates just met, and it clicked. And I've not been anywhere since. My journey's led me here to Norwood High School, and I'm glad to be here, and I'm glad that I get to share the thing that I love most with a group of people who really, I think, are wonderful.
Hi, my name's Karen Shiloh. I'm a special education teacher at Norwood High School. I've worked here for 18 years. My path is long, but it started when I was in high school. I really didn't have a career or any kind of school path. I worked 3 part-time jobs when I was a senior because I liked having money and supporting my car and all that. But I went off to college after I graduated high school because I thought that's what I was supposed to do. All my friends were going to college, so I decided to apply to college. But I realized after being there for a year that I really wasn't sure what my plan was or what my career path was or what I wanted to do. So at the time, my father owned a convenience store here in Norwood, and I came home and started learning the business and realized I really enjoyed that business. So I became really engrossed in that, and as I got older, I took it over and started to manage it and soon own it with my husband, which many of you may know. It's down on 1A. It's a convenient food mart, and that's how I got to know the Norwood community. And after raising 3 kids and realizing that I really didn't want to work 7 days a week and holidays, I started looking for a true career. I felt like my career was the store and then it was being a mother. But after my kids got a little bit older, I needed to find something that I truly wanted to invest my time in. And I became a paraprofessional, a teacher's aide here at the high school. This was my first job. I worked in the PACS program, and I absolutely loved it from the first time I came to work. So realizing that I didn't just have to be a para, although that was super rewarding for me, I needed to make more money to help support my family, so I ended up in school. And school it was. I became a special education teacher, and I have never looked back since.
Thanks to NCM for putting that together, and thank you to Ms. Lowe and Mrs. Shiloh for participating. Now, here's Joe Spadorcia with your sports update.
Good morning, Mustangs. I'm Joe Spadorcia with your sports update. Yesterday, both boys and girls tennis lost to Medfield, and boys and girls lacrosse lost to Holliston. Softball got their first win of the season and beat Medfield 10-5. Today for sports, baseball has a game against Medfield at the Bulch. Both boys and girls tennis have games against Dedham, with the boys at home and girls away, while track has a home meet against Ashland. That's all I have today. For more Mustang Sports content, be sure to follow at Mustang Sports on Twitter and check out Mustangs.com. Now back to the desk.
And that's all that we have for today as well, but don't forget to check us out online at mustang.media or hit us up on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat.
We'll see you next time. Have a great day, Mustangs.